Once upon a time, in a small, secluded town, there was a phone booth that stood alone in the middle of a desolate field. It was an old, rusty booth that had been abandoned for years, yet it still held a mysterious allure. Locals whispered tales of strange calls that came from the booth, calls that sent shivers down their spines. One stormy night, a young woman named Emily found herself stranded near the field. Her car had broken down, and with no other option, she sought refuge in the eerie phone booth. As she stepped inside, a chill ran down her spine, but she dismissed it as mere nerves. Emily picked up the receiver, half expecting a dial tone, but instead, she heard a faint, raspy voice on the other end. "Hello," she said tentatively. "Emily," the voice whispered, sending a shudder through her body. "I've been waiting for you." Fear gripped Emily's heart, but curiosity got the better of her. "Who is this?" she asked, her voice trembling. The voice chuckled, a sound that seemed to echo through the empty booth. "I am the one who knows your deepest fears, Emily. I can make them come true." Emily's breath caught in her throat. How could this stranger know her name? And what did they mean by making her fears come true? She tried to hang up, but the receiver seemed glued to her hand. "Tell me, Emily," the voice continued, its tone dripping with malice. "What are you most afraid of?" Emily's mind raced, her heart pounding in her chest. She had always been terrified of spiders, their eight-legged bodies and venomous bites, sending her into a panic. But she couldn't bring herself to utter her fear aloud, fearing that it would somehow become a reality. The voice grew impatient. "Speak, Emily. Tell me your fear." Summoning all her courage, Emily whispered, "Spiders." Suddenly, the phone booth was engulfed in darkness. Emily's heart raced as she felt something crawling up her leg. She screamed, swatting at the invisible assailant, but her efforts were in vain. The booth seemed to become alive with a swarm of spiders, their hairy legs skittering across her body. Terrified, Emily tried to escape, but the door of the booth was locked from the outside. She was trapped at the mercy of her worst nightmare. The spiders crawled into her mouth, suffocating her screams. Days later, a search party discovered Emily's lifeless body in the abandoned phone booth. Her face was frozen in a mask of terror, her eyes wide open, as if she had witnessed something unimaginable. The strange calls from the phone booth continued, luring unsuspecting victims to their doom. The town became a place of fear and despair as the legend of the haunted phone booth spread like wildfire. No one dared to venture near the field anymore, for they knew that the calls from the booth were not just strange, but deadly. The town became a ghost town, haunted by the echoes of unanswered calls and the tormented souls trapped within the rusty confines of the phone booth. And so, the phone booth stood as the chilling reminder of the horrors that lurked in the shadows, a testament to the power of fear and the dangers of answering strange calls.